Mnangagwa government frees Walter Mzembi as court acquits him in public viewing screen corruption case. Kusangana kwataita zvakare pana pa YouTube channel yenyu yeMagaba News patinobata nhau dzinenge dzichiitika munharaunda nemunyika yedu yeZimbabwe tichiti kana pana vachangosvika paMagaba News, kindly support us by hitting the subscribe button and also turn the notification bell. Today we have a news of Walter Mzembi, a former tourism minister, anova akabata pauminister panguva ya the late Robert Mugabe, anova akasungwa angani 11 months ari musungwa akazobuda ne bail out, asi nhau yake yanga ichiri kumadzitare edzimhosva. Zuva ranhasi vaenda kuHarare High Court, rinova riri zuva ravanga vachisangana naJustice Benjamin Chikore, ndiyewo wanga achitonga nhau iyi yava Walter Mzembi. So nhau iyi yazobudiswa ichinzi varegererwa nehurumende yaMnangagwa, vachiwanikwa vachinzi havana mhosva yavo, havana mhosva yavawanikwa vari vanayo, sezvo nhau iyi yanga yane makore ichidhonzwa kumazitare edzimhosva. Asi veruzhinjiwo votaura vachiti kuregererwa kwaitwa Walter Mzembi nhau yekuti here kana kuti vabvuma vakasapotawo ZANU-PF chaita kuti varegererwe, sezvo veruzhinji vamwewo vakati kukuuya kwakaita president wekusouth Africa ndiko kwaita kuti vaMnangagwa vakaudzwa kunzi rilisai vari mumajeri vemaopposition, nyangwe veruling party vakasungirwa nhau dzematongerwo enyika kuitira kuti zvivapavire. So nhau iyi yotaurwa ichiziviswa pamusoro pekusiyiwa kwenhau yavaWalter Mzembi muzuva ranhasi kuHigh Court. According to news, a former foreign affairs minister Walter Mzembi is officially being acquitted of corruption charges linked to the controversial public viewing screen case bringing an end to a legal battle that has dragged on for years. The ruling was delivered by Justice Benjamin Chikore at the Harare High Court on Wednesday, where the judge found that the state had failed to properly prove its case against Mzembi. Mzembi has been accused of criminal abuse of office during his time as a tourism minister, with the prosecutors alleging that he unlawfully donated television viewing screen that belonged to the government. But after reviewing the evidence, the court concluded that the prosecution's case had major weakness from the beginning. Justice Chikore said the state-owned witnesses failed to direct connect Mzembi to any legal action. Two witnesses presented by prosecutors, Zvine Chimwe Achuru and Thokozile Chitepo, admitted they had no direct knowledge of whether Mzembi personally authorized the alleged donation. According to the judge, the two witnesses were actually credible perceivably because they refused to speculate on matter they did not know. However, that honesty ended up damaging the prosecution case. The judge stated that neither witness had been permanently secretary at the relevant time and neither had direct dealing with Mzembi regarding the televisions. Justice Chikowero then made a critical observation that changed the direction of the case. He said the prosecution failed to call the one witness who could have answered the key question. Former permanent secretary Magneti Sangarwe, court documents showed that Sangarwe herself has written a memorandum proposing that 4 television sets be distributed to rural communities and churches across Zimbabwe, but despite being central to the matter, she was never brought before the court to testify. The judge said the state chose not to call her at its own appeal, adding that her absence became fatal to the prosecution case. Even more damage for prosecutors was documentary evidence showing that the donation process appeared to have been handled at ministry level rather than by Mzembi personally. The court also added a testimony from Finance Director Richford Elamore Nyamakura, who reportedly agreed that the permanent secretary was a key witness who should have testified. Justice Kowero further criticized the investigation itself, saying investigation officer Eric Chacha had not properly handled the case. Testimony from witnesses connected to PhD ministries also reportedly failed to incriminate Mzembi. In other twist, the court had that in asset verification exercise later found that the television set were still listed on government inventory records at a state property. That evidence weakened claims that an unlawful donation had actually taken place. The judge even noted that Mzembi himself may have made an error by referring to the matter as a donation. Yet, ironically, that mistake ended up hitting the state argument rather than helping it. After reviewing all the evidence, Justice Kowero concluded that the prosecution has only managed to prove one thing, that Walter Mzembi was indeed a public officer at the time, but the court ruled that it was never Mzembi's direct duty to account for government property in the way prosecutor had claimed. With that, the judge formally declared him not guilty. The ruling now closes a chapter that stretches back to the political turmoil that followed the fall of former President Robert Mugabe in 2017. Mzembi was arrested after the military intervention that removed Mugabe from power, and he consisted that the charges against him were politically motivated. The former minister later left Zimbabwe for medical treatment in South Africa and remained outside the country for years before returning in June last year. Upon his return, he was immediately arrested on outstanding warrant and he repeatedly denied bail. It was only on May 4 this year that he was finally granted bail, reportedly while Justice Kowero was already finalizing his judgment. Acquittal is now likely to trigger fresh political debate inside Zimbabwe, especially among critics who have long urged that some corruption cases were influenced by political battle within the ruling establishment. For supporters of Mzembi, the judgment is being viewed as a major legal political victory after years of court appearance, exile, and public scrutiny. But for others, the ruling raises difficult questions about the quality of investigation and prosecution in high-profile political cases, particularly when key witnesses are never brought before the court. What remains clear is that after years of accusation, court battles, and political controversy, Walter Mzembi walks free, full acquitted by the High Court. Muri Zimbabwe ndo zvinhu zvekutaurika, ndo mashoko ari kubuda. Veruzhinji voti inauye kuti azoregerwa nekuti pamwe asumudza chibhagara mudenga akati ndakutsigira ZANU-PF yaMnangagwa, ndakutsigira 2030 yaMnangagwa here. Vamwe vakati Mnangagwa ane zvaakaudzwa napresident wekusouth Africa paakauya munyika yeZimbabwe kuti musasungire vanhu navo dzezvinhu zvepolitics munyika yenyu. So ndo zvikuita kuti vanhu vanga vakasungirwa zvepolitics vabudiswe hafu. Vamwe vakati mai manje muchanzwa vamwe vakasungirwa nhau dzakasiyana siyana. Ana Mike Chimombe munongonzwa unzi vabuda. Also take on this, also take on this news. This is the news dzatauya takabata pano pa YouTube channel yenyu yeMagaba News. Tokutendai nekunzwa news dzatauya takabata.